In a quiet village nestled between rolling green hills and vast golden fields, there lived a young woman named Abeni. She was known far and wide for her beauty, a kind of beauty so enchanting that it left people speechless. Her skin was the color of smooth cocoa, her eyes shimmered like polished onyx, and her long dark hair cascaded down her back like a waterfall. When she walked, it was as if the wind itself carried her steps, and when she smiled, it was as if the sun had decided to shine just for her. But with beauty came burdens. People saw Abeni as a treasure rather than a person. Men in the village competed for her attention, bringing her gifts of gold, fabric, and even livestock. Women whispered behind her back, speaking of jealousy and curses. Some called her a goddess, while others warned that such beauty could only come with misfortune. Despite all of this, Abeni remained kind and gentle, always treating others with respect. One day, an old woman arrived in the village. She was a wandering healer, her face wrinkled with age, and her clothes covered in dust from the long journey. She watched Abeni from a distance, her wise eyes seeing beyond the surface. As night fell, she approached Abeni and placed a frail hand upon her shoulder. "My child," the old woman said, "beware of those who worship beauty, for they do not see the heart that beats within you." Abeni was startled by the woman's words, but thanked her politely. The next morning, when she awoke, she felt a strange sensation within her body. She thought nothing of it until the day wore on, and she noticed that the attention around her had intensified. Men who once admired her now fought for her affection with reckless desperation. Their love for her turned obsessive, making them blind to reason. Soon it wasn't just admiration, it became madness. The village elders grew concerned. They noticed how families were being torn apart, how men who had once been kind and rational became aggressive and foolish in their pursuit of Abeni. Women whose husbands had fallen under her spell glared at her with resentment. Children whispered of magic. The peaceful village was no longer at ease. Abeni felt trapped in her own skin. No matter where she went, trouble followed. She could no longer walk to the river without a group of suitors following behind. She could not visit the market without merchants offering their finest goods for free, hoping to win her favor. Even strangers passing through the village would fall under her spell, forgetting their way as they gazed at her in awe. The burden of her beauty had become unbearable. Realizing she could no longer stay, Abeni left her home and ventured deep into the forest, searching for the old woman who had warned her. For days she walked through thick trees and crossed rivers, guided only by the light of the moon. Finally, she found the woman in a small hut, grinding herbs with practiced ease. "I see you have learned the weight of your gift," the old woman said, without looking up. Abeni fell to her knees. "Please, help me. My beauty has brought nothing but pain." The old woman sighed and handed Abeni a small mirror. "Look into it and tell me what you see." Abeni hesitated but did as she was told. She saw herself as breathtaking as ever, but for the first time she did not see a blessing, she saw a curse. She saw the broken friendships, the ruined families, the chaos left in her wake, and she wept. The old woman placed a gentle hand on Abeni's shoulder. "Beauty without wisdom is dangerous, but true beauty, the kind that lasts, is found in kindness, patience, and understanding. You must learn to be more than just a face that turns heads." Abeni listened carefully. She knew the woman was right. With newfound determination, she asked the woman to teach her. And so, she remained in the forest, learning the art of healing, the wisdom of plants, and the power of words. Months passed, and Abeni returned to the village, transformed. Though her beauty had not faded, she no longer carried herself with the weight of it. Instead of seeking admiration, she sought purpose. She helped those in need, healed the sick, and shared the knowledge she had gained. With time, people saw her differently. No longer was she just a beautiful face. She became a woman of wisdom and kindness. Those who had once fought over her now came to her for guidance. The village, once on the verge of chaos, found peace again. The lesson of Abeni's journey spread far and wide. People learned that true worth is not in appearances, but in the heart and mind. Beauty fades, but wisdom and kindness endure. Abeni, once known only for her face, became known for her soul, and in that, she found the greatest gift of all peace. Moral of the story: physical beauty may open doors, but only wisdom and kindness can keep them open. A life focused only on appearance is an empty one, but a life filled with purpose, knowledge, and compassion is truly beautiful.